Hello to all you lovers out there. Welcome to another episode of Ask Juan and Gee here on Loveworks. I'm Juan.
And who am I?
Remember we decided that...
I'm Gee. I never remember. I'm Gee. And today we have a lovely, very dear friend of ours who's a guest here on Ask Juan and Gee today, Miss Charmaine Skillen.
Woo! Give her a round of applause.
Yeah. So she's here today from Indiana, right?
Yeah.
She's from Indiana, but she's a great friend. She's been a friend for us about a year now.
More than that.
About a year, maybe a little over a year.
More.
But nevertheless, she's a great friend of ours. She's a spiritual advisor, great woman. And I think the reason why we really want to hear her here today for this question is because, for one, it's from a woman. And I think she can really speak from a
first.
Yeah, she can speak from a woman's point of view. And also, she's a mother, and I think that it's important that we have a mother's point of view as well. And Charmaine is a mother of 5 beautiful girls,
And she has an excellent point of view.
Yeah.
Like, you could call her up, email her, message her, anything, and she'll have a great word for you. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear the word that she has for our guest. It's not a guest, our writer. And today.
I love her. So we're going to get into the question while Charmaine continues to prepare our meal. She's preparing us a lovely
And I
meal
can't
today.
wait because I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's like
and I can't
5 courses.
wait. And every time she cooks, it's just like,
Amaze balls. But let me get into the question. Hi, Juan and Gee.
hey.
I wanted some advice about a situation that's kind of hard for me. I work and eat to deal with the frustration and hurt. I was talking to a guy for 4 years. I felt as if this guy was for me and I didn't want anyone else. I was mad, crazy in love. Still to this day, I do not want anyone else. We decided to move on to another level and start our future family and start a family. Start our future and start a family. He wanted the first child, but once I got pregnant with the second child, he wanted me to abort and I didn't. He started to show me his true colors that he was gay once I was pregnant with my second child. My oldest daughter, who is 2, tasted lube once and brought me condoms twice.
Repeat that.
My oldest daughter, who is 2 years of age, she tasted lube once and brought her condoms twice.
Meaning she found
it
somewhere,
yeah.
found condoms.
Right, this is proof that he's gay.
Right.
I lived with him for a year, so I seen proof with my own 2 eyes and heard with my own 2 ears that he is gay. But he is on the down low. How do I talk to him about it? What do I say? How will I explain to my little girls? How can the guy I love just leave me that when he said he wanted to spend his life with me? I know he knows that I know that he's gay, but the words can never roll off of my tongue to confront him about it. He once said we closed the chapter, but not the book. I'm guessing that he's going to get back together with me someday, but not now. Help. I just think about this situation daily and just feel like I got stabbed in the heart and my back. P.S. I'm kind of afraid to move on because I'm afraid another guy might do me the same way. I'm only 25 and I'm a single mom. Thanks. What's up to all you lovers out there? It's Juan and Gee. And we thought this was a great opportunity to encourage all of you lovers out there to go deeper into your relationship and take part in the Emory Strong Together campaign.
Yeah, oftentimes, you worry about your physical fitness, your six-pack abs, your bulging biceps, but once you get into a relationship, your sexual health kind of takes a back burner for some people. And we want to send a message out to you to let you know that sexual health is just as important as your physical fitness.
Exactly. So take responsibility for each other's health, go deeper into your relationship, and go to strongertogether.us and take part into the campaign.
And if you're eligible, you could even receive $80 for your time. Once again, that website is strongertogether.us. That's strongertogether.us. Go deeper.
Peace.
That's an earful.
Yeah, it's an earful, and when I first read this question, my heart really went out to you. It really went out to you because, over 10 years ago I married you. You know, my high school sweetheart was 9. It's not 9. I met my high school sweetheart in the 9th grade, and we eventually got married and started a family as well. And she is you, and I am him. Mm-hmm. So this was like, it really hit hard for me, and I just felt so much compassion for you.
I think the end of your letter is where we need to start. Afraid to start over. Mm-hmm. That was probably the most powerful statement, because I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. I'm afraid to start over. What if it's gonna happen again? Mm-hmm. And I think the best advice to give you from that perspective is, what if it happens again? At least now you're equipped to see the signs earlier. You know, you can't live in that fear. Fear paralyzes you, and you can't paralyze yourself. You have 2 kids that you have to think about. Mm-hmm. So number 1, release the fear. Like, do your best, do your work to release that fear, because starting over, and not even starting over in another relationship, moving on with your life.
And that's what
moving on and just moving into a space of love of self, and just being out there and flourishing, taking care of your kids, enjoying their love, and building a life with you and your family. And he's secondary at this point to me.
Yeah.
Because he has his own issues that he needs to deal with before he could in any way get back to you and reopen a chapter or whatever the language was. But I think number 1, the fear, you have to address that fear.
Yeah, and my thing is, when you, and since we're addressing that part of the conversation or the question, when you say you hate to move on because you are scared to move on because you think another guy might do you the same way, you're not even done dealing with this guy. I would say don't even think about another guy. Think about healing yourself, getting past this relationship. I mean, to think about another guy right now, it sounds like a part of you wants to hold on to this guy because you don't want to, you don't want to start over again. But don't even think about another guy. You need to think about yourself. And because this guy, like Juan said, he's going through a host of things. And my heart really, really goes out to him as well, because he is in such a mess right now.
And the children.
And hurt people, and that's what he's doing right now. I feel like I know when I was in this situation and when I got married and I decided to marry you, a part of it was, for me, I was running away from who I was. I knew I was gay. It wasn't something that I wanted for myself, so I was one of those guys that tried to pray the gay away. I had been with, my son's mother, who's my ex-wife. I had been with her since 9th grade, so we were like very comfortable with each other. She had always been a sense of security for me. I felt like we could always be together because we had been together for 9 years at that point. And I was like, well, if I can be with a woman, this is definitely the woman who I'm going to be with. And I've never had a problem having sex with her, so this is going to help secure my sexuality, and then I won't want to be with a man anymore. So that was a part of it for me. But it was never with the intention to hurt her. And I want to say that to you, is that this guy is I think he has so much fear right now. And I don't think that he has any intention. He's not setting out to hurt you. So I do want you to.
He probably thinks he's doing good.
I think he's trying. Yeah, he's probably really trying to stay on the straight and narrow and do the right thing. But he cannot. He's not going to be able to get over being gay. That's not going to go away. So first and foremost,
realize that
it's not going away. When he says that, this is just a chapter, but not the whole book. What he's really trying to do is get all the gay out of him. He's trying to have as much sex as he probably can have, and as much relation. He thinks he's going to say, I'm over this now. Now we can settle down. Now I'm ready to be with you. No, and don't give him that control. Don't give him that power.
And so one of your questions is, how do I bring it up to him? Yeah. I would suggest writing a letter. That would not only be therapeutic for yourself to write down your thoughts and to purge all of those feelings and emotions, but it would be probably the most effective way to communicate all of your thoughts and feelings and not desires, but around it, and your emotions, getting it out. And he'll probably receive it better by reading it and not having someone to deny to or to converse with or try to change your mind. You know, it's probably the most therapeutic way to approach it. So I would suggest writing that letter and being careful of the language that you use, because I'm looking at this letter and it says, you know, we were talking for 4 years, and then down in the letter you say y'all were together or y'all had babies, but those are incongruent to me. So that language doesn't flow, it doesn't jive, and so be sure that you're conveying exactly what you mean through your words, and hopefully he can receive it from that perspective.
I think that's a good suggestion of writing a letter. What I was going to say about that is, if you want to address it with him, and it's not going to be any easy way, let's just say that. But if you really want him to be open with you and be truthful. I know when I was in this state, in this position, I don't know if there was anything that anybody was going to be able to say to me to be able to open up to them about me being gay, because I was not ready to come out of the closet. So a person who's not ready to come out of the closet, it's going to be extremely challenging for them to even open up to you, no matter how nice you put it or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. If he's not ready, he's not ready. But given the fact that there has been certain incidences that went on and so forth, then maybe he might be a little bit more open to it.
Well, and that's why writing a letter, he doesn't have a chance to rebuke whatever she's saying in person and take over the conversation, right, and not let her get everything out.
Right.
So, wham bam, here you go, read this. This is how I feel. Then we can talk after. That's my thinking.
And in the letter, I would say you have to make him feel as comfortable as possible. And this is in a letter, or if you decide to speak to him personally, make him feel as comfortable as possible with coming out to you. Make him feel like you are still going to love him after he comes out to you. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be with him, but make him feel that you're still going to love him for who he is. And that will make him feel a little bit more comfortable as well. And I kind of see Charmaine back here, and I think that she has some input on this. But I think that you have to make you feel extremely comfortable. Let him know he's going to be loved and not rejected, because that's always the biggest part of anything that you want to reveal.